Hello everyone, this is Denise at Something Beautiful Handcrafts, and this is an unboxing video. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting while I talk. This, as you can assume, is a doll. I mean, what else could it possibly be besides a doll or fiber? And of course, you've already seen the thumbnail, so you know that this is going to be a doll. I really like how the seller wrapped up this box. This is a USPS box, and wrapped it up so cute. Hopefully not to avoid the postal fees. I don't know. At any rate, here we go with the box. This doll is not a doll that I had on my radar, and I've been collecting for such a short amount of time. It's not that this doll was something that was going to be really expensive, because I've already got a number 4 and I've got 2 Kananis. So we've kind of crossed that expensive doll kind of mark. I guess Cecile and Sonali are the only 2 dolls left that could go get this pricey. But it was just that I have the original 6 and I have number 4. And so I wasn't really looking for this doll. It would have been cool, but I wasn't looking for it. And anytime that she did come up, there was always something else going on. So I didn't get one for that price. And you know how much I love fixer-uppers. So I was on one of the Facebook groups, and this doll came past me. And I was like, this is real? So I looked around. I was like, oh, this can't be real. And so I was like, well, nobody else seemed to have jumped on it. I don't know what happened. And I was just like, I want this. I should be able to fix this. So I got a cute little note from the seller. She found a pretty little heirloom dress in her French things with the pantaloons. Okay, so she'll have a dress on her. She couldn't bear to send her naked. I know exactly how she feels, because I don't generally send dolls naked either. Okay, so let's have a look and see who this is. Look at that cute little dress. Okay. Cut through this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kirsten. Look at those eyelashes. Oh yes, I couldn't see the eyelashes really well from the Facebook post, but they are the nice light brown, beautiful eyelashes. So we know this is Kirsten. Well, first of all, her eyes are blue. They looked a little grayish to me in the picture, but she said it was Kirsten, so I trusted that she knew it was Kirsten. And so, but there's little blonde hairs on it, so we know it's Kirsten. Of course, this dress is really cute. But here's what I really want to show you. I got to figure out how to get the dress off. That is an adorable little heirloom dress. Somebody's really sweet person made that. As you can see, this Kirsten is a white body. Oh, that's definitely different. Very different. This girl's old and she needs some love, but she's got all her fingers and toes, and she is just beautiful. So I am going to take Kirsten apart, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in order to fix this lovely lady. Okay, so I finally got the neck off. You see how thin and flat these neck strings are. kind of broke it in the process of getting it off. But I will get it back on and securely put it in, and she'll have her original neck strings when I'm done. Okay, next I'm taking out all the stuffing. It's really, really compacted. And I will clean the stuffing and put the original stuffing back in. It's quite a bit of it here. She's stuffed pretty thickly. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to use any harsh cleaners. Just going to start off by using the most gentle cleaner that I could possibly use. And I have some laundry soap that I use to clean wool. And that is going to be the first course of action. And we'll see about getting her limbs and things tightened. Look at that. I've never seen black caps before. That's pretty cool. And actually, the elastic itself is not all that bad. It's just really slid way off. Okay, time for the wash. Here are the two Kirstens side by side. There is a big improvement in the condition of the body for a white body Kirsten. And I'll put pictures side by side so that you can see how much the stain came off. Now, I'm fairly certain that maybe in the future I can get more of the stain off. My biggest problem was that there's been a lot of reports that Oxy actually whitens the body more than it's supposed to be, so I didn't want to do that. And there's another detergent type thing. I forgot what it's called. Restoration, I think, or something like that. But I wasn't really interested in ordering anything at that point in time. I had already expended my budget. And you order plus shipping and all that. So I figured I would try all of the stuff I could get pretty much at the average store. Someone recommended some type of upholstery cleaner to me that you can get from Lowe's. So Lowe's is quite some distance from me. If I'm ever out there 20 miles away, randomly getting something on that side of town, then I'll probably stop and get that. But at any rate, what happened was there's so much scrubbing going on with all the things I did try that it began to raise the nap on the body, and I absolutely did not want that. So it was time to stop. This is clean enough that I can deal with it. And I had a random wig lying around. One of the wigs I bought for Kit some time ago before I replaced Kit's original wig with another Kit wig. And I figured I just stick it on. When I find the right Kirsten wig, then I'll get her one. And actually, that's pretty close match to the other Kirsten. The initial plan sort of was to take the wig off of my 90s Kirsten and sell her Pleasant Company body. But the 90s Kirsten is a ribbon wig, which I don't remember that, but she certainly is. So I felt kind of bad about taking apart a perfectly good intact Kirsten. It just didn't seem right. So 90s Kirsten gets to keep her wig. The biggest question will be, am I going to keep both Kirstens? And I don't know. I have to think about that. All right, time to get a closer shot picture so I can compare Kirsten's faces. As you can see from their bodies, they're about the same size. I want to say that 90s Kirsten may be a hair bit taller, and that's not because of her boots, because Kirsten's boots don't add much to it, but it seems like her torso is a little bit narrower. Well, you know what? Let's say that her bottom is a little narrower, and otherwise, that portion of the body is about the same. But if you look how they're standing, you can see that the 90s Kirsten from the shoulders seems almost like she has a slightly more narrow shoulder, and she's just a tiny bit taller. It's kind of interesting. All right, let me get closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we go. First of all, their skin tones are not the same, which is interesting. And here's the thing about Pleasant Company and American Girl dolls, and I guess even Mattel American Girl dolls. Pleasant Company dolls were not all manufactured in the same places. So there are some variations among dolls. Sometimes that makes it hard to actually date them because of the variations. And then sometimes you'll see things in some people's dolls that you won't see in others. So it's hard for me to make like serious definitive statements. We could just say that they were made different places. That makes the vinyl quality different. Sometimes I make the tint slightly different. Sometimes I make the color of the eye slightly different. It's kind of hard to say. And they were sourced from different places. So it's just one of those things you have to contend with when you're talking about the history. And neither Pleasant Company nor early Mattel took any time to document any of the things that they were doing. So basically, what you get is people who got their dolls in that specific time period, and they can tell you, when I got my doll in 86 or 87, this is what she looked like. So this is a doll, typical doll from 86 or 87. And that's pretty much how people are dating things. Okay, so anyway, their skin tone is different. And if you look at their faces, their face shape is actually just a little different. I want to say that the 90s girl is a little rounder in the face than the white body Kirsten. Slightly, this is kind of like a peachier and this is a pinkier tone. Their eyes are definitely different colors. And I really had to stare because I was thinking to myself, is that the start of Silver Eye? But really it's not, and it's very uniform. The center of the eye is a little wider, a little lighter than the outside of the eye. And I read somewhere that that has happened to some of the Kirstens in a certain year. I want to say it's Danrich House Dolls. She has Kirsten through the ages. And so she has all these different white body Kirstens and different Mattel Kirstens, PC and Mattel Kirstens throughout the year. So she's been able to compare them. So from her comparison of her original dolls and dolls she's acquired over the years, I can say definitely that some of the Kirstens did have a lighter center of the eye, and it got a darker blue as it went out. So that is a thing. As you can see, the Kirsten here, she also has much lighter face paint. And look at the difference in the color of her eyebrows. See if I can get that eyebrow up. Very pale eyebrows, very pale lips. And I was wondering if I should retouch that, but no, that's pretty much almost basically the way it was. I'll probably just leave it alone. I might dab just a little on the lip, on the edge here, where something needs to be done, but pretty much that is how she is. What's really neat is exactly how squishy she is. Now, this Kirsten is squishy, okay? But this one is even softer vinyl, even squishier. And so when I pick them up, their body weight feels slightly different because of the density of the vinyl. So it's just a really cool comparison. I still haven't decided yet whether I'm going to keep two Kirstens. I have not been a fan of keeping doubles. Not really. And I had double Sam for... I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to keep both of them. I'm not really a fan of keeping doubles because I don't have a lot of space in my collection to keep doubles. I had double Sam for almost a year. I had double kits for a while twice. The double Mollies, they didn't hang around too long. So I don't know. But since this Kirsten is a white body, I may keep her as historical Kirsten and make the other Kirsten modern Kirsten. We'll see how that goes. If I decide to keep her as historical Kirsten, then at some point I probably will find her a Kirsten wig, though this wig is actually a lot more historically accurate, and it's kind of cute. We'll see how that goes. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great day.